woke up from bed. It is somebody who actually created you and I. But you know something, I wanted to call a friend, to call another, call everyone that show is on, where we speak truth to power without fear or favor, without any banter here. And today we have a lot of things to talk about. Yes, things have been happening over the weekends, and even yesterday things happen. You know, every second things happen. But before we delve into why we are here this morning, know that we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube and Facebook on KFM TV GH. That is KFM TV GH, and you are there to watch us and share your views with us, share your comment with us. Subscribe to the channel and share, like and share to friends and folks. And this morning, you know, I will not leave here without motivating you. But before motivating you, I want to use this opportunity to say apologies to a very special person, Veronica Alote Trimude. Okay, we apologize for that. But you know something, energy is demanded for anything. Without any energy, nothing can be done. And so this morning, what I want to say to you by way of motivation is, your dreams are valid. Your dreams are valid. Very, very, very valid. Whatever you are dreaming about is valid. You're dreaming to become the president, it is valid. Don't think you are just saying it for saying sake. You're dreaming to make it better in life, it is valid. Right? Just back them up with what? Actions. That's all. If you dream of becoming something or somebody great, you want to be like Dangote, you want to be like Despite, you want to be like Ibrahim Mahama. Those are your dreams. And those dreams are not just, I'm not talking about the dreams you sleep and dream. No. I'm talking about what you want to achieve tomorrow. All right? You want to make it in life. You want to build a house. You want to buy a car. You want to become a doctor. You want to become a minister. You want to become an MP. You want to become a president or the president of the country one day. Those are your dreams. And remember, those dreams, whatever they are, whatever huge or large or flamboyant they are very what? Valid. And so therefore, just back them with what? Action. I will not say back them with prayers. Because if you go and pray, my friend, and you don't take any action, then those dreams will never ever be what? Achieved. Action. Take a step, take another, take a third one, and bingo, you'll be there. But a little bit of what? Prayers. Yes. Not about faith. Action is what needed. And at the end of the day, you will what? Succeed. Pray a little bit and take more action. You understand? Countries are not prayerful. You can mention Asia, China, Japan, right? India, they are not prayerful. But look at technology. Look at what they are doing. So if you are dreaming of becoming whatever you want to become, right? Fine, prayer is good, but make sure you start something by what? Action. Taking action towards what you want to achieve, and you shall succeed, or you will succeed one day. My name is Franklin Cadwell. This is by way of motivation. Motivate yourself. Yes, nobody will make you happy, but not too much of a happiness, all right? Because wow, China, you are gone. China, Sako de Bessie. And wow, China, wow, bon. So, what is about mini me? It doesn't go anywhere, all right? So that is it. I'm going to take a breather, and you know, the arrests of people in the country is free speech under siege, or is free speech criminalized in our country, in our democracy, 1992? If you speak out and you are arrested, is it appropriate? Or you should be measured in saying whatever you have to say to leaders of the country. I'm not saying those indigenous who are arrested because they say, I want the president to be killed. That is a crime. If you are calling on people to kill your president, no matter what the president is, whether or not you voted for the president, and you say that I want the president to be killed, that is a crime. And so if said people are arrested, I don't have anything to say. But people who maybe in one way or the other insult the president, insult ministers, or criticize the president, maybe constructively, are those people to be arrested? That is why we are here this morning, right? So that the fear of speaking up will not be infused into us, because we are the builders of the country, because we are the ones who give power to the government, the president, the executive, the MPs, the assemblyman in your vicinity. And so that fear of we keeping quiet shouldn't be imbibed or infused in us, so that mitiana me kasakrana me suru say me piana police for me. Now that shouldn't be the case. But you sitting down and inciting people to kill a president, Charlie, that is not good at all. All right, but that is what we are going to look at. Then also, you know, there were banks, about 9 financial institutions that were collapsed in the erstwhile administration, Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo's administration, led by the finance minister, Honorable Oforiatta. Some banks were actually merged. That is why we have consolidated bank now. And some banks were not actually merged, but they were actually collapsed. An example is UT Bank, yes, and then GN Bank, Group Indum Bank, that is GN Bank. But fortunately, last week, that license that was revoked by the BOG, Bank of Ghana, has been restored for GN Bank to continue operations. We are going to talk about this after this break, and so therefore call a friend to call a friend, and I need you, humbly, I need you to be an integral part of this show. And so on WhatsApp, on Facebook, send your comments. On YouTube, subscribe to the channel, share and like. And on WhatsApp and SMS, your number will be displayed on the screen for you to send us your messages on 0243 269070. 0246 024623 rather 0246 239070. 0246 239070. That is the number that you put on your comments, your opinions, your views on, for us to read to the entire world to hear. I'm Franklin Cadwell. I'm taking a breather. We'll show you a video when we are back. Stay. So welcome back to the program, and this is The Dialogue. And like I said earlier, the show comes your way Tuesday 7 a.m. as well as 6 p.m. same day Tuesday, and then on Thursday 7 a.m. Yes. And now before I went on the breather, I was talking about free speech in the country. Is it under siege? Or should free speech in the country be what, criminalized? Because we've seen lots of people being arrested. People are arrested and actually jailed in the erstwhile administration. I can mention few names. Mugabe was there. Yes, Mugabe. Mase Mugabe was there with XYZ, but with Mutie then. Now with XYZ. Bobby Ansah of Accra FM was also there. Ohineba Boama Benier of XYZ was also there, right? Now with XYZ, but then with what is the name? Muntie. Now, but this term or this current administration is also led by John Dramani Mahama, led by Interior Minister, all right, led by IGP. they are arresting people for speaking up. Fine, like I said, you can't threaten the president of the nation because the president was elected by law. If you threaten the president of the nation, I think that can amount to treason. Yes, it can amount to treason, because if you threaten the president and say people should kill the president for you, it's like ousting the president. Yes, it's just like overthrowing the president. And so that is criminal. If such a person is arrested, fine. But if somebody picks a phone and says that, or criticizes the president of the day, and the person is, or insulting the president of the day, or ministers of the day, and those people are arrested, are we not preventing people from, or indigents from, speaking up? But it happened to DC, or Abronya DC. He was arrested. He was taken to court. He was arraigned before court and was remanded. And the minority led by Wijagbawe MP, Honorable now the Wijagbawe MP led by Honorable Jerry Ahmed, and the name actually escaped me, but it is back. Honorable Jerry Ahmed Saibu, okay, actually presented. Is also the second minority whip in parliament. This is his first time in parliament, but people are seeing him doing a lot of work. He actually petitioned the ambassador, Moroccan ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Iman Wadil. That lady was petitioned by the minority led by Jerry Ahmed, Honorable Jerry Ahmed, MP for the people of Wijagbawe, and in the view that the increasing misuse of criminal prosecutions against opposition political figures, and I mentioned Abronye, and then recently by Baba Amando and few others were arrested for voicing out, and people say they are dissenting views or dissenting voices, and so they are not supposed to be arrested. But Honorable Jerry Ahmed petitioning and presenting the petition to the Moroccan ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Iman Wadil. We have a video on that. Let's see that video. When we are back, we'll have our bites on that, and you should also have your bite on this. If whether or not you talk in the country or you criticize the government of the day and you're arrested, is it appropriate? Or governments or successive governments should desist from this, because it isn't only this administration that is doing that. Others did, and it kept on going on. If it continues like that, then we may be calling for chaos. Let's see that video. We'll be back. Stay.
We decided to show a lot of deference to the diplomatic community, so we decided to come with this respected number of men and women, not to come with any form of demonstration, not to trigger any form of problems, and that is why we have come here. As you heard my national organizer read to you, the general secretary of the party and the minority leader and the president in waiting, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, sent us to come and do this peacefully. Please, Your Excellency, we need action. First of all, the first action is to release Abronya DC. That we do not know. In fact, this court has not given us any day time for him to reappear, for him to be released. This is how the abuse is ongoing, the onslaught. And this is a judge who has predetermined the matter before the matter is even dealt with. Your Excellency, the history of all hitherto existing in society is the history of class struggle. When this goes on for more than necessary time, we are not going to sit down and watch. If it is about killing us, I have told my family, and I'm sure a lot of people would. If you see that your father hasn't come home, understand. That is the kind of business we are in. That this government, headed by President John Dramani Mahama, does not understand that the criminal libel law was repealed. And that he's brought in the state that we call the culture of silence again. Somebody says Dumso is back, you get the person arrested. This is it. And is Dumso not back, Your Excellency?
Well, that was the Honorable Jerry Ahmed, MP for the good people of Weja Bawe constituency, presenting that petition to the Moroccan ambassador to Ghana, Excellency Iman Wadil, on the arrests of people speaking up. Right? He even said, somebody said there's Dumso back and the person has been arrested. But years ago, we also saw a student who actually had a placard written on it, Commission University of Ghana Medical Center now, and that person was also arrested. So it's becoming like tit for tat. You do me, I do you. If politicians will continue like this, then we the Indi okay. I want to focus and me say nantwe mienu akwa excuse me, nantwe mienu akwa na say esunu mienu akwa, yes, enra no anase from enra na ewo ho no na ebre. So if these two huge political parties since 1992, the Fourth Republic, they are actually the ones managing the affairs of the country, continue this way, tit for tat, bite me I bite you, kick me I kick you, arrest me I arrest you, then we the indigenes will be the ones to suffer, because they won't focus on administering the mandates given to them by you and I, and so we will continue to suffer whilst they will be up there and be what? Fighting themselves. And that is the reason why we have to speak up as a people. That is the reason why you have to come out and speak. Don't fear to be what? Arrested. All right? Make sure that you are measured in your words. You don't insult. It is not good to insult. It is absurd or an eyesore, or it is not fine to insult, because Ghana is highly respected elsewhere. The best you can do is to constructively criticize. Criticize constructively. Niamu ye na enya kase enye. And kase ayese enye. No. Face the facts. Kase enye. And kase ayese enye. You understand? And also don't go to the extent of insulting. Are you okay? If you don't like President Mahama, fair enough. You didn't vote for him, fair enough. If the country's money, that is your money, is misappropriated, all right, misapplicated, embezzled, and pilfered, speak up, right? Get data and speak to that data. Don't criticize unconstructively, and don't insult or incite people to kill somebody for you. That is a crime. But take a phone before you and speak up constructively. That is what will help the nation. And so that you prevent these politicians. I told you, don't trust the politician. We have been working with them, we know them. I started this since 2012, so we know them very well. Do not trust the politician. Whether or not you belong to such a party, NPP or NDC, CPP, whatever party, do not trust the politician. Because most of them, about 90% of them, who would want to come and canvass for your vote, it is for their parochial interest. Yes, it is for their parochial interest. Amass wealth for themselves and their family, for their families to do well and be wealthy, and there you will be. You who give them that power of yours will be loitering. You're not careful, you become a pauper, and they will come and tell you that your father was a lazy man, forgotten that they stole your money that you gave them to build or to develop the country for all of us. And so I urge you this morning that you can constructively criticize them, but do not insult or incite people to kill. It is not good at all. It is treason before the law. Then also Papa Kwesi Ndum, his bank, GN Bank, has been, okay, the court of appeal has asked the BOG, Bank of Ghana, to restore the licenses license of GN Bank. Remember GN Bank, its license was revoked somewhere 2019. Yes, somewhere 2019 because of some infractions here and there. I remember GN Bank was the only bank that had branches everywhere across the country. Every corner they were there. But unfortunately, the license was revoked. But fortunately, 7 years down the lane, that license has been restored to GN Bank. And we saw the lawyer of Papa Kwesi Ndum and Papa Kwesi Ndum himself having a bite on that. We have a video to that. But before they play that video, I am thinking that the erstwhile administration did not do well. That is my own opinion. Yes, even though there were, even if there were infractions, there were some misunderstandings here and there, or misapplication of funds in the bank or by the management of the bank. I don't think the appropriate thing should have been collapsing the bank or revoking the license of such a bank, because I am saying this because it is an indigenous bank, a Ghanaian-owned bank. It was providing jobs for the youth. So I'm thinking that the erstwhile administration should have done better by maybe supporting the bank. If the bank is becoming bankruptcy or something, supporting the bank and keeping the bank up so that indigenous Ghanaians will get jobs to do or keep doing their jobs. But for now, let's see the video of Papa Kwesi Ndum on when the bank or when the Court of Appeal actually is asking the BOG, Bank of Ghana, to restore the license of GN Bank. Let's see that video.
Been a difficult, very difficult 7 years. We want to thank family. We want to thank all of our employees. We've had some very loyal, hardworking employees who have stood with us all these years. And definitely we give thanks to Almighty for keeping us healthy enough to be where we are. Because this has been a very tough, very difficult time that we have gone through. It's just unimaginable. There's a lot to say, but not today. Been a difficult, very difficult 7 years. We want to thank family. We want to thank all of our employees. We've had some very loyal, hardworking employees who have stood with us all these years. And definitely we give thanks to Almighty for keeping us healthy enough to be where we are. Because this has been a very tough, very difficult time that we have gone through. It's just unimaginable. There's a lot to say, but not today. Been a
all right, so that was Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum, the owner, the founder, the bankroller of GN Bank, Group Ndum Bank, that was collapsed, to say, somewhere 2019. But the Court of Appeal last week ordered the Bank of Ghana to restore the license of GN Savings and Loans. It was actually GN Bank, but reduced to GN Savings and Loans somewhere 2017, and in 2019 it was completely collapsed, and so people lost their jobs. And if you heard him, he was talking about his employees. Some have been very loyal to him, and some had to find their ways elsewhere. But and he also mentioned that the first branch to be open or reopen, will be in Elmina. If he mentioned Elmina, you should understand that is where he comes from. So, and that is the right thing to do, starting from home grounds and then get out. That is it. I'll be taking a breather. When I'm back, my guests are already seated. Action will begin. But you are an integral part of the show on 0246 239070. 0246 239070 is where You send your SMS message or WhatsApp message. Be kind enough to read to the entire world to hear. And on Facebook as well, send your comment on KFM TVGH. We are there to read your comments. I'll be back in a jiffy. Stay.
Are you still driving fuel cars in this modern era? The future of driving is here. KFM Limited, lead distributors of electronic vehicles, have made transportation easy and efficient. Behind me are 3 of their beautiful new brands: Leap Moto, Xiaomi, and Nami. Come with me, let's explore the fine details. Leap Moto, let me tell you a bit about its interior. Like you can see, the interior is heavenly, right? There's whole wheel and everything in here is in shades of gray. So we have light and dark gray, very classic. We have 2 screens to your display. This very screen gives you everything about the infotainment. We have its mileage, how far it can take you. On your journey with this electric car, you can switch it into just 3 comfortable modes. It's either the standard for a regular drive, the sports mode for a fast mode, or the economy to manage your battery strength. If you charge it in about 6 hours, it should take you 310 kilometers. Yes, you can go to Kumasi and back. I get that. Leap Moto, your option, your choice if you're a new driver like myself. Let's try the other. Now to my favorite. It's called Geely Xiaomi. Come with me, let's toy in it. All you need is this keyless key. You just make sure it's handy and around. And as the moment you open the car, it starts on its own. Like the interior speaks for itself. Glorious black and white. In its all glory, beautiful wheel, and you have a very lengthy screen. It gives you same 3 modes: standard, economy, and sports for a high or fast rider like myself. Now to my very final brand I'd like to introduce you to. It's called Nami, Sky Blue Nami. Come with me, let me tell you a bit more about it. Nami, like all the other electronic cars, is beautiful. Its interior is a glamorous 2 shades of gray, light gray and darker gray. With 2 beautiful screens, this one gives you information and entertainment. This gives you the battery strength. Nami can travel 330 kilometers. It can go to Kumasi and back. If you charge it for 6 hours, you're good to go. You can also fast charge it for 3 hours. Beautiful wheel and everything you need. Nami, my preference everywhere. Do you desire an electronic vehicle in Ghana? We have various payment options, including hire purchase. Contact KFM Limited with the numbers below the screen. We have you sorted.
Are you a musician, church, band, school, or an audio engineer looking for professional audio equipment for your work? Don't worry. KFM Music Center has all the equipment and instruments you need. We have from drums, keyboards, combos, guitars, microphones, PA systems, brass instruments, studio equipment, lighting systems, among others. We import all kinds of electronics and musical instruments from top brands such as American GLS, Behringer, Sabian, Yoga, M Audio, Nutric, Tama, among others. You can locate KFM Music Center at Zongo Lane between the Benjilo Building and the Children's Hospital. You can contact us on the numbers displayed on your screen. KFM Music Center, where quality costs less.
Medogbena mi Ghana duko do ajakple ho duko kata. Mie chonya nyi adevena mi cho Talent Microfinance Limited gajadopa. Mie wona susu savings, adishie, school buafo, cashback, ple bubwa okata. Nenye be egajom de mi agbo la letie tomegbeko ateun aho gadodo. Kenenye be egajom vivi la nenye be o gahia ola ateun ava de ugai kene hia fa.
Tanenye be mi foncho mi afa jom yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church financing elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubo li kenye personal loan. Nenye be mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenye be washigba keke alum eleswe we have talent mi pepe gede nwo nenye washigba leswe ne woge wo keke gede ji to talent pomo nuome nenye be mi ponchu mi afa salary loan a enye gado mo mi ke mi vuna mi afa jidudu $1 nke ga nyu he ya va talent wo payslip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na koko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji vufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe keke mie flegeno na no hem vi choji nto jinwade wale kwereka mo popo kai ganyu heya talent kuna po heya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobobwe nami akpenami
Etibe ya nyafi ke talent la.
Talent Microfinance Jengo Amegan Shipe Ape Letina Tejibo Hotame.
Miape Kapomo Enya 050-129-1298. Hello 050-128-9119. Talent Oga Kwamanu Banto.
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Yo, I'm up for and I am Makwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosumu, who free a Kumasa Malcolm that Damono, a sunny at the bar at Dumuno, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Now shop no any Sambra Hotel and the Dinja anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel, a wo sunny at the co, Nankane and Hagan Hono, Annie, a ho, and a KFM musical shop. The Tosumu, yet be no fofro. Now the Akani said, then video papa etimiche. The Odia sorry, the Odi Gro Agro Ahudo. Juma de Bia Woody obey here a young video musical instrument piano, a KFM into a say Ghana Muntie Asantimai Muntie, a KFM musical shop. Anna Sabre, Yapiano for Munichai, Ewa Prampa the second street. We free all men come down and now sunny at the co adumno and Udu Sambra Hotel Quantana so now while done on Sunny Faso oho anas KFM musical shop ewo yani Sambra Hotel ana ewe animo ya twa abrebia
na mese se meya proud ana se meya dwa me free kuma se edu KFM instrument store obi bisasa se bo me fo dia woto no a woni sida wode ne ma papa ejira woni na woto no say yes woto no bibi aka wakoma ni nyina free KFM instrument store kuma se edu se mi kira na me to no ma mi ti nya ho me ka fi se fi papa nu anim na mi kina no wo be try e ko ma ya do se kana etwa nanka kana esanfu yi.
Right, well, that is it. Welcome back to the program, and this is the dialogue. on KFM TV. I always say that we are on KFM TV CP 17, that is on the Crystal platform. But I want to wish a very pretty lady who works with Kolebu Medical Center or Medical Pharmacy, and she is Winifred Duncan. Winifred Duncan, you are celebrating your birthday today. God bless you and make you healthier and grow to be 100 plus. This is coming from Augustine Dodu, who is one of my guests here. Have a good morning. Now, before we went on the breeder, I actually spoke about the arrest of some people in the country because they voiced out against the government, and also the restoration of GN Bank. But for now, I have with me my guest to do digest the topics for the day, and in the person of Augustine Dodu, he is communication team member on the ticket of NDC. Mr. Augustine, good morning once again.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, I believe you are doing well.
I'm doing very great.
You look splendid this morning.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Very well. How is the constituency?
Oh, you know, my constituency is doing marvelously well by the leadership of Honorable Dr. Alfredo Kovandapo.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, I extend warm greetings to him, and also His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Not forgetting my main man, our Deputy Communication Director, Honorable William Amanuvo, for always showing me that, you know, kind, you know, support.
Okay. Yeah, I hear he's also going for a position.
Yes. But he is coming, so very soon.
Oh, okay.
We will know.
Right. So that is Augustine Dodu for the NDC. Then I have my big man here, Patrick Ewuku. He's communications officer on the ticket of the NPP and also a member of the communication team for the NPP. Honorable, good morning once again.
Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome. You're looking splendid this morning as well.
But
the rains have started.
You know, we are struggling and smiling at the same time.
We are struggling and what?
Smiling
at the same time.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
But things are very difficult for us, but we have to smile at the end of the day.
Things are very difficult?
Very.
You are sure?
Very difficult.
Okay, such as?
For the past 3 weeks, I just got water back. That was on Sunday.
Okay.
So, will you expect me to say everything is okay?
Meaning your pipe was not flowing. Okay. How about the Dumso?
Dumso.
You still have?
I don't want to say Dumso so that I'll be arrested.
Really?
I will say pressure.
Okay.
Because I don't know, so be the light on pray so.
Okay, fluctuating.
So. I don't want to say Dumso, because now if you say Dumso, then you have a problem.
I see.
You have to go and defend yourself.
At the court, right? I see.
So I won't say Dumso.
These are the reasons why we are here this morning. But I want us to see that video again of the minority presenting a petition to the Excellency Iman Wadil, the Moroccan High Commissioner or High Ambassador, Moroccan Ambassador to Ghana. Let's see that video where Honorable Jerry Ahmed, MP for the people of Weja Bawi, was presenting the petition to her. Let's see that video again.
Decided to show a lot of deference to the diplomatic community, so we decided to come with this respected number of men and women, not to come with any form of demonstration, not to trigger any form of problems, and that is why we have come here. As you heard my national organizer read to you, the general secretary of the party and the minority leader and the president in waiting, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, sent us to come and do this peacefully. Please, Your Excellency, we need action. First of all, the first action is to release Abronya DC. That we do not know. In fact, this court has not given us any day time for him to reappear, for him to be released. This is how the abuse is ongoing, the onslaught. And this is a judge who has predetermined the matter before the matter is even dealt with. Your Excellency, the history of all heated to existing society is the history of class struggle. When this goes on for more than necessary time, we are not going to sit down and watch. If it is about killing us, I have told my family. And I'm sure a lot of people would. If you see that your father hasn't come home, understand. That is the kind of business we are in. That this government, headed by President John Dramani Mahama, does not understand that the criminal libel law was repealed. And that he's brought in the state that we call the culture of silence again. Somebody says, Dumso is back. You get the person arrested. Yeah. This is it. And is Dumso not back, Your Excellency?
That was Jerry Ahmed, Honorable Jerry Ahmed Saibu, MP for Wejak-Bawi, presenting that petition to the ambassador, Moroccan ambassador to the Ghana or the country Ghana. Now, I want to start with you, Honorable. This is your MP, Jerry Ahmed, first time in Parliament, and I think he's doing his bits. What do you think about the petition he petitioned the Moroccan ambassador?
Okay, first of all, let me thank you for this opportunity and then also greet our viewers this morning. And then extend warm greetings to my constituents, especially my hard-working member of Parliament, Honorable Patrick Yabuama. Yeah, we appreciate what he's doing, his vision and compassion for the constituency is very high. So we appreciate him and we thank God for his life. And then also the constituency executives, the coordinators, the newly elected polling station executives, and all the party sympathizers in the constituency. We appreciate their work and their efforts. If you look at the passion at which they were vying for various positions, it tells you that MPP is back and we mean business to restore the hope of Ghanaians coming 2028. And I want to also greet our incoming and soon-to-be president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the party hierarchies for how they are managing the party to make sure that MPP comes back to power. Now, when Dr. Bawumia talked about the Ghana card becoming e-visa, we were all here in this country. We heard a lot. It was ridiculed by our opponent. That how can the Ghana card become e-visa? They were laughing at him. But now they are confirming it. It tells you the kind of person Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is. It tells you that he's a visionary. Somebody who dreams. The Bible says the young man shall dream dreams. So Dr. Bawumia always foresee ahead of time. When he say it, they will laugh. And then it will come to pass. Now they are boasting of it. We thank God that today Dr. Bawumia cannot be tagged as a liar. He said it and today is true. So today, I'm not expecting any NDC member to stand on any platform or podium to say that Dr. Bawumia is a liar. He said it, and now they are even saying it. Something they said it was a lie, it was fake, it was not real. Now they are embracing it and touting themselves. You see? So I want to tell Ghanaians, that's the kind of person Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is. And inshallah, one day, 2029, if he becomes the president of Ghana, Ghanaians are going to be proud of a leader we have. And the whole Africa will be celebrating a son of Africa who will lift up the image of the entire continent. And let me take this opportunity to say Eid Mubarak to our friends and family, the Muslims, the National Chief Imam, who is in my constituency, and all the Muslim faithful. We celebrate with them as they are celebrating their day. And we only pray that may Allah accept our sacrifice and let continue to live in love and harmony, whereby you see Muslims and Christians and other religious bodies eating together, working together. It tells you that Allah has blessed the nation. So we thank God for our lives. Now, brother, now let's talk about what is there. A petition to the diplomatic community in Ghana. I think it's a step in the right direction. Because gone are the days where you go for a program and you cannot even go straight to your house. Yes, when we started communicating. When we started communicating, that was from 2009. You go to that time Great FM, Choice FM, and you cannot go straight to your home. Yes. You have to make a stopway about 4 or 5 times and check and see that nobody is following you before you enter your house. My mom used to call my uncle, say, tell your son, I'll be there, and then my uncle will call me. Yeah, mommy say, they all no pay. With the fear that when you go to radio and go to TV, you will endanger your life. Because you cannot speak. Because you cannot talk. But I just want to tell President Mahama, even if a military ruler, former President Rawlings, the late, could not silence Ghanaians, not him, under democratic rule.
But is he the one arresting?
Oh, so was President Kufuor the one arresting? Was President Kufuor the one arresting? When did you see or saw that President Kufuor having the police command leading the charge, putting handcuffs at the hands of people? We have never seen that. Was former President Kufuor the one arresting people? So, but we heard a lot.
Mentioning their names.
Okay? We heard a lot. Now, even free speech is a problem. Being patriotic about the nation is a problem. That a young girl will get up a day with his phone or camera to go and video a facility built with the taxpayers' money. Left there. Snakes are enjoying it. A completed project that only need that men will be put in there to go and work. And a young lady will film this and put it out there. Then look at this. The former government built this and it's left over there with the taxpayers' money. And the next day is the person will be invited. The next day is the person will be invited. What is the crime? Then they should prepare to get us all arrested, because after September, we will go to the grass and make sure that every single project that they use the taxpayers' money to construct, we will showcase them and let Ghanaians know what our taxes are being used for. I was always talking about the one that just happened at Alajo, at the experimental school. Whenever, it's what is a Hebrew. Former President, the late Atamo, started the project.
A school?
Yes, a school project.
I see.
Okay, and when he passed away and President Mahama came, he left there and constructed another one just beside it, leaving it there at the mercy of the weather. Finally, what happened? It's not just collapsed, but rather even killed people.
New town here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
I see.
Is that what we should use taxpayers' money for? Okay, so if people talk about some of these things and the next day is that they are being invited, they are being harassed, they are being intimidated, it's like we don't want people to express their views.
But that's it. How about those who criticize, but to the extent of threatening, kill? Is that not?
Who said killed?
A lady,
Tell me.
a lady who was arrested last week actually said he wants President Mahama, someone to kill President Mahama.
We were in this country when the NDC organized a demonstration and composed this song, Kumnana Domaye, Radi Kumnana Domaye. What was the meaning?
I see.
An NDC activist praying that a plane should bring a Kufuor down.
But shall we continue juxtaposing?
No, that time, what did you say? You were in this country, did you criticize it? Did you condemn it? Did you?
We did.
You see, that is our hypocrisy. That is the hypocrisy. We were in this country when Kevin Taylor was insulting Asante. Who condemned it? He came to this country and we give him VIP treatment. Okay? Kenny Jonas, we heard what he said. Even their own Samir Jeffy and Co. We heard what they said.
All right.
Were they arrested? Were they being chased from their homes? What wrong did Adenta Kumi did? Tell me. That they went to his house like thieves, entering somebody's house. What was his mistake? What was his crime? Just to write a petition to the president? Is it a crime to write a petition?
All right.
So I want...
In 1 minute.
I want President Mahama to remember that even Rollins could not silence Ghanaians, not under him as a democratic ruler.
Okay. Thank you. That is Patrick Ewuku. He is on the ticket of the MPP now. Augustine, who do you head?
Yes.
Your brother.
Mr. Patrick Ewuku has said a lot here, and I feel very sad about what is saying. You understand? There are limits to free speeches, right? And there are speeches. There are inflammatory speeches. That is not supposed to be, that's not supposed to be said by, people.
And so what if they are arrested?
What if they are what?
Said people are arrested.
Such people are arrested.
That ought not to be said.
Exactly. Why would you?
Arresting them?
No. Why would you go online and say such things against the president? You understand me? We are not saying that the likes of Miracle Abaji and Co. They are mostly on TV and they say what they want. Are they being arrested? See, there are limits to free speeches in this country. See, Mr. Ewuku, please, I want to ask you a question. Do you support or do you associate yourself with what Abronia has been saying online? Do you or do you not associate yourself? Do you and the MPPs associate yourself to what Abronia has been saying online? Please, in 1 minute, can you answer this? If you associate yourself to what Abronia has been saying, then we ought to tell the Christian Council that they really said bitter things against Duncan Williams. Abronia sat on TV, said all those of four things against the minister of God, that he is a thief, that is this. And the MPP themselves brought a press statement on 30th June 2025 that they disassociate themselves from what Abronia said. Meaning they don't want to even be tagged on that note. We are in this country because of what Abronia and what Untumi has been doing. A lot of TikTokers have been doing that. And we see it clearly that Dr. Baumia has been going to their aid and arguing them that what they did were good. The insult they spew online were good. We're in this country. So if a person who chaired the police council could have people and tell them that what they did were good, wouldn't they go continue to do that? Today, this one, Honorable Jerry Ahmed and the likes are behaving like serial callers, following TikTokers who insult online. But sometimes we have to train our communicators. You can't just come online and say foul things against the president and you expect to be free. A lot of people, communicate on TV, on radio. Has anyone been caught? See, today we are free because the NDC is in power. If not, we would have been poured with acid. We saw what happened at UTV when A+ was attacked live on TV. And today, Mr. Uku can't answer whether he associates himself to what Abonye did. I have given him my time. He should answer. Ghanaians are watching. They call Duncan Williams a thief. That is what Abonye did. And they are happy. They are hailing. Because what? Because of all these false things they are saying.
But we are building a nation.
Yes.
Shall we sit and continue like this?
That is what
same trajectory.
That
you
is
do me, I do you.
That no, not you do me, I do you. But when you have to say, you have to do constructive criticism online. Not that you just come and say, I want to kill you. We are here, and we will see that Akufo-Addo will live longer. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo will live longer, and see what he did. The end product of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. He trained Abonye. How can Abonye become a chairman of Bono region? How can Wontumi become a chairman of Ashanti region?
But they are humans.
I know. No. They are, but what they are doing, that is what they are doing. That is what they are preaching to the youth. That is why TikTokers can be online and say all those kind of foul words against the president. If your leaders are not following the right path, how can the youth? We are growing. Now we are political enterprise that absorb good policies, not insults. That is what the kids are learning. That's what the youth are learning. So if you can tell me today that Abonye can say all these things against a man of God and become a leader in your party, then it will get to a time in this country where the CPP will be relevant than the NPP. I'm telling you. The CPP will be relevant because they don't have anything to say. All that they say is insult. And that form of 1960s communication is past. We are, like I said earlier on, we are we are political enterprise that consume policies. The youth are growing, so they measure policies, what you did and what others did. They don't learn insults. That is what they should know. Kelvin Taylor is talking. Kelvin Taylor, that is not a member of the NDC. Kelvin Taylor has come out openly and said that he is a member of the APP and has a party card. You understand? We were here in this country when Bongo Ideas was tortured. What happened? We didn't know the whereabouts of Bongo Ideas because of what he did say. He just wrote something on his Facebook wall, and Mr. Uku associates himself with this. It is very pathetic that our kids will grow one day and know that this is what our leaders did. You understand? Sami Jenfi, our own Sami Jenfi, was slapped live on TV by Sami Uku. And these people say that we are weaponizing state institutions to criminalize free speech. It is sad to say that. Julobi, in this country, 50 people were arrested on the same day when Governor Dami went to oppose their bill. We couldn't speak on TV. We couldn't speak on radio. I said we could have been poured acid here, if not because NDC is in power, that we can talk freely here. What happened to A+ and the likes? You understand? So when we are talking about people who really weaponize state institutions against people, then it's the NPP. But they did that.
Petitioning the ambassador to Morocco, is it appropriate?
That is what you see. Let me tell you, this has been their tactics. And the likes like Honorable Jerry Ahmed, that is what he has been doing. We shouldn't even concentrate on them. That is what did we do? Like, I wouldn't say that everything is perfect, but I'm saying that there are some things you shouldn't say online. How can you come out openly? Because your leaders are doing. That is why the youth also came out to say that Baumia, the girl was recently arrested. Because of what Fancy Comedy and the likes were saying. Okay. That is why she could have that infantry to say that online. Because Dr. Baumia has been like, he is just like a shadow sponsor to what is happening, because he can go ahead and act Fancy Comedy and embrace him and tell him that what he did is right.
No. He embracing him
didn't
mean he's
telling him. I'm telling you emphatically that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is just like a shadow sponsor to what is happening. How can you embrace these people? Why don't you call them to order? Why don't you call them to order? If you say you are a party leader and you want to gain power, why don't you call them to order? That I have said that it will get to a time in this country where the CPP will be relevant than the MPP because of what they are doing.
Okay.
You get me?
Very well. So, you have anything? Just 1 second.
But he asked me a question.
Okay.
I thought you were going to even
in
stop.
1 minute.
No, I thought you were even going to give me the rest of his time.
I asked you a question. I asked you a question. I asked you, do you associate do you and the
it's now my turn.
No. You said I asked you, so I want to repeat.
You asked me.
Yeah, exactly. You are done. You are done. I want to repeat the question. Maybe you didn't get it. I said, do you and the MPPs associate yourself with what Abonye told Duncan Williams?
Okay, so allow him.
I'm very sad today that somebody who is on who is under a camera, that people are watching him, condemning, and insulting.
Who said that? Who insulted who?
That if Abronye can be, how can Abronye be a chairman for a region?
Well, I corrected him.
How? Even Asidu Ketia is your chairman. Even I use the word even. Even Asidu Ketia is your chairman.
Even, how do you mean?
Oh, but when he said, did you say something?
Yeah, I said something.
We are in this country. We are in this country.
Oh, I'm not saying, no, I'm not
saying. We are in this country.
I'm not saying.
And I'm going to let people go. And they'll ask him,
even Abronye, Chairman Asidu Ketia is your chairman.
See, I'm saying only one thing. That Abonye will go one day, and they will ask him, why are you being arrested every day? And he will explain.
You see, this shows where we are both coming from. A cultured home and the other. When we were talking, I was here and I was very quiet.
Oh,
but
no, sometimes,
you can't sit for me to
sometimes we have to say the record
in the minute.
Allow me. Let's give respect to ourselves and our audience.
You are good to go.
You understand me? So, today, even Asidu Ketia want to be president. It's only in Ghana.
But the word
limit. Oh, please, don't let.
No, please. He said it. I corrected him and I said they are humans and they qualify.
Yeah, I'm not saying Asidu Ketia is not a human, and I'm not saying he doesn't qualify. I said even. You can define the word even by yourself.
Fine.
But the point is, he's talking about limited time or limited free speeches. Wow. NDC today. Let us compare NDC yesterday and NDC today. We had a lot of lies, even after during the elections. We saw Joseph Yamin entering somebody's home. The house belongs to somebody with some fake ballot boxes or whatever. What has been the end story?
Okay.
What has been is it not a sentence?
Okay.
We saw NDC entering somebody's house in is it Sapema? That there are containers loaded with
ballot boxes.
Dollars and dollars and gold. What has happened to that story?
All right. So your point.
You see, so if NDC today, because the table has turned, see that if you talk against an elderly person or a politician, it's a sin. It is up to them. But posterity will judge us all one day.
Okay. So you are still watching KFM TV. This is The Dialogue. It comes your way Tuesday 7 a.m. as well as 6 p.m. same day Tuesday. And then on Thursday 7 a.m. Well, we are moving on to the next topic where the GN Bank license has been restored. Actually, the appeals court has asked BOG to do exactly that. But I'll start with you. Your government is in power and GN Bank has been restored for that matter. What will be your take on that?
It is very refreshing to know that GN Bank's license has been restored. You know, GN Bank went through the helpless, they were just helpless victims of political wickedness in the SWAL administration, where we knew that 9 billion could be used to recapitalize GN Bank, but 25 million was used to collapse it, the banks, the other banks. And you know, when I think through this, I really don't comprehend. You know, we know that in financial sectors there are liquidity challenges everywhere. You understand me? That doesn't mean that you should collapse banks without making any viable employment for people. You left ordinary Ghanaians to suffer. People who were bankers, they had professions, they had future, they had families. They were left with no jobs in this country. They cried. And I feel very sad to be talking about this, because you see, it is very hard in this country if you are not gainfully employed. And the SWL administration, the Nanado Bawumia administration, collapsed these banks for those people to sit home without anything. And the economy was so hard in that time that they couldn't even eat thrice a day, just once. You understand? So we told the MPPs that they should just, deal with the corporates and leave the bank to run, or they can get people to reinvest in the banks. What did they do? They didn't listen. They never listened to us, because people wanted monies in their pockets. That is why they used 25 billion to collapse banks that can be used 9 billion to recapitalize the banks. You understand me? Deal with the people who were called the directors and leave the bank. The bank is a limited liability.
Okay.
They can run on its own with reinvestment, with re-owners. You understand? That is what has been happening in other countries. But you use 25 million to collapse banks. And today, you people are saying that there is no employment. Once you people collapse a lot of people's job, the youth of Ghana couldn't get job. The people who were working in banking sectors lost their jobs. You understand? I could have been affected, because by then I was working with a bank. You understand me? But you see, God being so good, things changed, and I changed my scale of job. You understand? So people, we've seen people being through that hardship, right? And it's very pathetic that Mr. Uku would support what's happened. But I will say that GN Bank is strong now. GN Bank should just breathe in deep. Papa Kwesi Ndum should just breathe in deep and restore, because it wouldn't be easy though, but it will take time to restore. Like early on,
he actually said he's going to take the process gradually.
Exactly. Exactly. And this same bank that capitalized contractors to work for government in their time, Papa Kwesi Ndum, his bank gave loans, huge loans to contractors. You couldn't pay contractors. That is why contractors couldn't pay them back. And this happened. So you should at least just, deal with the corporates. Let the entity run. Because there are Ghanaians who are working. You didn't care about that. A lot of people lost. You see, when I'm talking about loss of job, I feel very sad. Because I know how difficult it is to gain employment. People completed university in 2018, 2017, 2016, and they are not working. And others have simple job, bank job, and you did this to them. Once you said you are creating job, and you sacked them without creating any viable job, you did NAPCO. NAPCO also failed. You see, it is, with a matter of NPP and employment, I don't even want to go there, because they should bow down their head in shame that they collapse these banks. While the 9 billion can be used to recapitalize those banks. So it's not for Mr. Uku to tell Ghanaians why they did that.
Okay. Right. So that is Augustine Dodu on the tickets of the NDC. Now, you can also send your message on 0246 23 9070, 0246 23 9070. Both SMS messages and WhatsApp messages are allowed. On Facebook, you know something, those miscreants and recalcitrant entities who send, I have 1 gig MTN whatever, send money and I'll do it for you. Please, not on this issue, I beg you. We don't have any thief here, and we don't have anybody who is not learned here, so you can't achieve your aim. Don't do that on my platform, or you will hear from us. So, Mr. Uku, let's hear you. Yeah.
Wonders. You said wonders happened. When we talk about creation of employment, and you see, what is their track record of that? MPP, we bring ideas that create employment. Okay? We brought in one constituency, one ambulance. Imagine, even if one ambulance was being attended to by 5 people. Do you know the number of people that have gotten employment? We don't just eat around what is there already. We create. We bring an idea and it's expand our employment network. That's what we do. We don't just come in and sack people and place them with party force. No. So when we talk about employment, we can talk about that. We can even have a day to discuss employment creation in this country.
Okay.
Now,
GN Bank.
MPP, did we collapse banks as a journalist?
Some were consolidated.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we heard his licenses have been restored. But there's a condition that we need to ask ourselves. Today, will Pakwasi Indum be able to meet that banking sector condition?
The capital.
You see, at times people feel that Ghanaians, because they said we have short memories and therefore we cannot reason. Now, Bank of Ghana has a policy that you need to have this amount to operate. Even their own women's bank that they provide the Ghanaians is becoming a daydream. Okay? So, just restoring their lances is not enough. And mind you, it is the Bank of Ghana that give lances and they have the right. At times it saddens my heart when we look at Ghanaians and we lie to them. 2016, before the elections, former president, now President Mahama, went to Parliament, and what was his address? He mentioned a number of banking institutions that were under life supporting unit. The government thought he could save them. He released some funds to them and still they were sinking. It is in his speech in Parliament, 2016, State of the Nation's address. So why do you then turn yourself today to blame MPP? Why you admitted that our banks were being collapsed as at that time? What did the MPP do? Those who were not functioning proper, rearranged them.
Consolidated them.
And how many workers were sacked? because if you come to my area, you have, it was then Unibank.
UT Bank and
no,
Unibank.
it was then Unibank. Okay. I'm talking about my community. The bank is still there. The workers are still in there working.
But in consolidating number of banks, the fact is that the number of staff is going to be curtailed.
Okay, I understand you. But let me get you this picture. I hope you are aware of this. That it got to a point that a lady who was saving with one of those banks, after saving, and her grandchild was sick at Medina, he went to the bank just to withdraw 250 cedis, and he was beaten.
He was beaten. She was beaten. We had.
And it wasn't the first time she had gone there
to transact business. Yeah.
Okay, going for her own personal sweat money, she was beaten. That was the state that our banks were in. That you put your money there and you cannot go and withdraw it by yourself. You go and they'll tell you there's no money. Go and come next week. Go and come 1 month.
Okay.
And that was the state that you left our banks. You gave money to a bank, instead of them to operate with the money, they transfer it to another bank, create another bank with the same amount or capital. They then, when they start operating, they transfer it to open another bank. That was what the banks were doing under your watch.
Okay.
You see, but now investors' confidence in our banking system is back.
Okay.
So if you start to yourself that Pakwasi Indum's lands has been given back, we thank God.
Okay.
And we hope and pray.
Yeah.
I believe in creation of employment. Okay, so if Dr. Pakwasindum is coming back to create employment for Ghanaians, but I remember in those days, one of his radios is it Easy FM also at even the staff that he was working with didn't pay them was a problem. You understand?
Which you know for a fact.
We used to go there. Okay. I even sat on a panel with Pakwasindum before at that station.
Very well.
You understand?
Well.
So MPP, yes, we had challenges, and the challenges started from you because your president said it in 2016 in Parliament.
Thank you. All right, so this is still the dialogue, but I have few messages here. You can also send yours on 0246 239070, 0246 239070. But I have few messages here. Area Kusi in Central Markets in Kumasi. It says a government that promised a 24-hour economy is giving us 24 times lights out every day. Mahama and NDC have nothing to do with lights. They are already on the way to opposition. Regards to Asantimang Koka, Mr. Owusu Bempa, incoming chairman in Shaiso, Mr. Kinsley Atta, incoming chairman Bantama, Mr. Ankad Douglas, incoming secretary Bantama, Josephine Amma Poma, women organizer Bantama, still maintain, and Dr. Napu. Thank you, Area Kusi, for watching this program. Always thank you so much. God bless you. Then I have this for Mr. Uku is wrong and not saying any too sensible or no, not on this platform. Sorry for using that word. Now, it says be constructive. Do not insult. I beg you, for using those words. I don't like it on this platform. Then this one is coming from Area Kusi again. It says propaganda can win you power, but the reality would expose you. Last week, the problem with cocoa prices are due to mismanagement and the NPP. This week, it's because of global prices and has affected even Ivory Coast. Clap for yourself. NDC has no future. Regards to Dr. Baumia, Chairman Kuka. All right, you said all this already. Please, okay, so once again, before I go on, a happy birthday to Winifred Duncan. She's at Kolebu Medical Pharmacy. Winifred Duncan, thank you. And that is a beautiful girl on your screen. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Live to be 100, and may God strengthen you and give you strength. All right, so you wanted to, okay, before then, my phone lines are activated. Call us now on 0246 239070, 0246 239070. Call us and share your views with us. We have only 3 minutes here. Yes, Augustine.
Mr. Uku has said a lot
in 1 minute,
but I would say that when we talk of employment, they did nothing. they promised one district, one dam, one district, one factory. What happened to it?
It was one village, one dam.
One village, one dam. Yeah. What happened to it? They told us it will create a lot of employment. What happened to the money? Where is the money? Where is the National Cathedral money, Mr. Uku? Where is it? The $98 million, where is the National Cathedral money? But I will say, the NPP leaders, the NDC leaders, where I belong, the NDC party, where I stand, should set a committee and look through that 25 billion cities they used to collapse the banks. We should set a committee and look through it. It is in people's pockets. What did they do? They never restored any money to the depositors. The NPPs, we know them. And we know what they are capable of doing. Mr. Uku knows them. You understand me? So I will urge my leaders to set a committee and check where the funds were directed to. Because we didn't see anything. And thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, that he thinks about the youth of Ghana and has restored the license of GN Bank so that they will operate and employ people. That is what we think.
All right.
That productive economy is what we think about.
Okay. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. That is, I guess, in Dodo. Let me hear you, boss.
Yeah, my brother, I'm very surprised. You know, with the introduction of free SHS, it expanded the employment rate of
teachers,
and non-teaching staff.
Non-teaching, yeah.
So if you talk about employment creation, you can't single that one out. I've already mentioned the ambulance for constituencies. The employment that it created.
For drivers and paramedics?
Yes. Now we created NAPCO. Okay, that also created employment for. I'm coming.
What did you do about Naku?
Yeah, there were challenges, but that doesn't mean we didn't create it.
What did you do about Naku?
Okay, we needed our youth to gain experience for the job market.
You were paying university graduates 700 cities. Let the people aware.
Now
you were paying university graduates 700 cities.
30 seconds.
You should let people be aware.
Augustine, 30 seconds.
This is about how cultured we are.
Go ahead. He's ended.
Okay.
So you go ahead.
Now, we created DRIP. That has even created job for Vanderpool.
Okay.
Even today, because of DRIP, Honorable Vanderpool has gained employment.
Okay.
So if we are talking about creating of employment, NDC cannot. They should tell us. And have you seen some? Have you seen some?
We have seen.
How many weeks now? No. How many weeks now? Media, you should also help us. Today, let's go back to the same people that were giving 4 and 5 beds. Let's go there and check and see.
All right, so
certain government.
That is it. Thank you so much for watching this morning. This has been the dialogue on the KFM TV. We are here Tuesday 7 a.m. and on 6 p.m. same day, and then on Thursday 7 a.m. But I want to say thank you to Augustine Dodu, Communications Team Member on the tickets of NDC, and then Patrick Ewuku, Okaikwe Central Communications Officer, and then Comms Member, okay, Communication Team Member.
I'm the Dean
on
of Constituency Communicators in Peter.
Okay, so you are in charge of distributing or coordinating communicators. Yeah. All right, so you heard it. Now, I want to also say thank you to MCR Department, Abigail and Co, Mopol and Co, all the producers, Modem and Co, and then directors, Abigail yourself, and then editing bench, camera department, and social media. I want to say thank you, Christabel and Co. Terry, thank you so much for allowing me time. I want to say that 6 p.m. you are here. We are going to talk about leadership once again because last week we didn't have the guest. Today we are here. My name is Franklin Cadwell. I want to say once again apologies to Veronica Alote. We meet once again. Bye-bye for now.